Hello, good evening, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. As I always say, happy and safe at home. Thank you so much for all the feedback, for all the support. It really means a lot to us. Thank you, because in all these trying times when things go so much of ups and downs, these kinds of feedbacks, these kinds of encouragement from all of you pushes us every day to just look forward with positivity and hope. So it really means a lot, because good or bad, it's all these feedback that matters, and that's what actually brings more joy to whatever we do. So today, what is that we will talk about is we will talk about something very common and very simple, I would say, yes, but it's very personal to all of you. So today we are discussing on this topic, self-awareness or self-examination of mental health assistance. So a lot of times when people come and talk to me that I didn't even know that whether I needed mental health assistance or not, or I didn't know whether I need a counselor, should I go for a therapist. So many times we are not aware of what is happening. We don't feel concluded that okay, it's time I take a life coach assistance or a counselor's assistance, or it's time I speak up. So many times that we actually don't understand how a body, how a state of mind is reacting and responding to the scenarios in life. So basically, mental health is what? What is mental health? Mental health is all about how we are responding and reacting to the daily scenarios of life. So that's mental health, right? How stable you are, how positive. It's not necessary that if a person is very healthy and if he is very good or very positive, has a very positive rating with respect to mental health, doesn't mean that he doesn't have depression, he doesn't have any low days, or he doesn't have any gray days. He has it, but he also knows or understands that he or she will be able to cope up with that, or he or she will know how to look forward. But many a times we don't know that what is happening within ourselves, how's our actually the mental health of our life is actually being affected. We don't realize it. There are so many times that I've seen teenagers, mothers, parents coming to me and asking, I didn't even realize that my daughter or my son was actually going through a phase of mental illness and he or she needed a support. And sometimes it's so like frightening for me that as parent that we are not able to understand what is a child's need. Then I wondered, how will they actually understand? Because sometimes they themselves don't know that they need actually some kind of assistance for their own problems. So there are so many times that we forget, or we ignore, or we actually don't want to embrace it, that there is some kind of a problem in us, or there is some kind of a hurdle that needs some help or a catalyst or a support system for us to move ahead. So this is very important that all of us think and introspect within ourselves that when is that we need to need help, when we don't have to. So there are a lot of ways that we actually can do the self-examination. So it's just like any other physical trauma. Imagine, like, now we have this awareness, right? With respect to cancer, there is self-examination. If respect to breast cancer, you have to analyze your you can just self-analyze the way your breasts function, how they look, how they actually penetrate with your body. So many things are there. So it's like you are conscious about your physical changes that are happening. In the same manner, it is very simple and very easy to actually you can examine yourself and know whether you actually need it or not. You don't need it, and if you actually do it in a regular basis, you can actually take up a help at the right time. That is more important, because sometimes when things go in a very drastic phase and goes to a stage where recovery takes a lot of time, then it's all the more very depressing and demeaning to ourselves. So it is always necessary that we actually analyze ourselves and question ourselves. It's a simple thing. We just need to introspect ourselves, ask ourselves that is this actually fine? Am I actually fine? So I thought why not we have a self-examination for mental health illness as well, and understand our own state of mind all by ourselves and without anybody's help, and take that next step if we actually need someone's help, an expert's help or not. Because I always believe that at the right time, like just like any other disease, everything needs to be done at the right time. Like medication, just like how oral medicines or a surgery or anything, physiotherapy or anything for that matter, has to be given at the right time for the physical trauma to get cured. Even the mental illness, the support, the counseling, the therapy has to be given at the right time before it gets into worse situation, because the more it gets prolonged, the more it causes takes a lot of time to recover, to get back to a normal life. And that state of mind actually impacts us in our day-to-day life as well. So I thought why not just have a few questions. So I'll be sharing 12 questions with all of you. There is no need for any pen and paper and all. So you could just answer all these questions, yes, no, maybe, anything. You can just count how many yes you have. So if you have, I'm sharing 12 questions with you. So if you have 5 questions and the answers are of, like if you have 5 answers as yes, then you should be cautious and you are in need of some kind of help. That is like the beginning, right? Like it's something like, okay, things are uprooting and it's time you take a counseling session or a therapist session, or anybody to whom you believe that somebody can help you out. Okay, when it comes, if your answers are like from 7 to 8, imagine like 8 yes you've got, then I can suggest you that it's better and it's recommended that you certainly need a counselor or a therapist, because it's high time you take care of yourself. And unfortunately and sadly, if you actually answer all the 12 questions yes, it's tomorrow morning or it's tonight you give a call to some therapist and you realize that it's time you take up the session, and the sooner you begin, the sooner it is better for you to heal. And it's going to take a lot of time for you to heal, because most of the questions that you've answered is yes. So let's not panic. And everything can be sorted in this world. Every problem, if something has come to you, that time there is a solution that has also been there. It's just that you have to go and seek it. So, and there are multiple avenues in this present times where there are a lot of ways where you can actually seek answers to. So I would suggest that if you are in any kind of a bucket that you fill in, depending on that, you can actually take up your counseling sessions or your therapy sessions accordingly. It's up to you. You take a call. Be wise to yourself. Be genuine to yourself. Be true to yourself. Don't feel that, oh, no, I am not like this. No. Let's be genuine and let's be true to ourselves, because that is only going to give us a good mental health. Because if you just deny it, then somewhere you're not being true to yourself. You're not doing justice to your body. And that's something that's not fair. That's completely injustice, right? When you want every luxury from the body, you also need to give that kind of justice to the body, and you also need to take care of it in the most appropriate manner. So it is very, very critical and also important at these times when there is so much of information also available, but sometimes we don't know how to consume those kinds of information, and we don't know how to go about it use it in our daily life. So what I've done is I've taken 12 questions, and I will say all these questions, read these questions to you one by one with a little pause. You could answer it as yes, no, or maybe. Keep a count of number of yeses that you have, and depending on that, please take a call all by yourself. And you could DM me all your, if you want, you could just DM me the number of yeses that you've got, and I could help you out with all kinds of assistance that is possible from my end. So let's begin the simple and effective assistance that you can do all by yourself without actually opening up to anybody. So the first question, how am I feeling today? Positive, negative, it could be anything. If it is positive, yes, no, maybe. What is that? How am I feeling today? First the question. It could be anything. Positive, negative, or no. You could say positive, yes, negative, no, and maybe it could be anything. That whatever your question is. So, how am I feeling today? That's the first question. The second question, what's taking up most of my headspace? Work, family? Yes. Myself? No. Yes, yes, Karishma. Mix it could be maybe. It could be maybe. Mix it could be maybe. So, am I always feeling tired? That's the third question. Yes, no, maybe. Am I always feeling tired? Yes, no, maybe. You could answer it. Then, am I always worrying? As in, people always keep worrying, right? We don't know for what, but we always keep worrying. So, am I always worrying? As in, constantly. Am I always worrying? Yes, no, maybe. Am I unable to focus because of not known reasons? Unknown reasons? Am I unable to focus or concentrate on something because of unknown reasons? Yes, no, maybe. Am I continuously unhappy, moody, without any specific reason or a justified cause? Yes, no, maybe. Are you continuously happy, unhappy, moody for no specific reason or a justified reason? Yes, no, maybe. You could answer it. Do you lose temper easily and often? Yes, no, maybe. Do you feel sleeplessness, insomnia? Take a lot of hours to sleep. Actually dwell into sleep. Yes, no, maybe. Next question. Do you continuously feel dislike to be around with people? As in, you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel that joy around being with people? Yes, no, maybe. Are you afraid without actually some real cause or without actual some reason? Do you have this kind of unknown fears that keeps coming within us, that sometimes we don't know why that fear is? So many times you have felt it, right? So do you get afraid or do you fear without any actual reason or a cause? Yes, no, maybe. Do you have this habit or an approach where you say, are you always right and the other person is always wrong? Do you always react like this? Do you always feel this way? Yes, no, maybe. And the last one is, do you always have body aches and pains, and when you go to a doctor, they are not able to find out the actual physical cause? Like, so many times we have body pains, body aches and everything, but when we go to the doctor, they're not able to diagnose with anything. So many times we feel. So if that is the case, yes, no, or maybe, what is that? So these 12 questions, I will repeat each question. How am I feeling today? What's taking up most of my headspace? Am I always feeling tired? Am I always worrying? Are you and am I always unable to focus or concentrate because of unrecognized reasons? Am I continuously unhappy and moody without any justified cause? Do I lose temper easily and often? Am I troubled with regular insomnia or sleeplessness? Do I continuously dislike around being with people? Am I really afraid and fear for without actual reasons? Do I always react or respond in a way that I am always right and the other person is wrong? And the last one, do I have numerous body aches and pains and the doctor is unable to diagnose with any specific cause? If your answers are according to the terms or the criteria that I had told before, say 5 yes, then you certainly need some kind of a help. Maybe you could handle it yourself with the videos that I have put up on my IGTV or YouTube, or you could approach, or you could give yourself some time for healing. It might work, it might not work, depends on the people. If it is 8 and above, I would suggest and request you to approach a counselor or a therapist. Please go ahead and take that space, take that call. It is needed, and it is very, very much that, because before it gets worsened to you and impacts your life drastically, please go and take that step for yourself. And if you're more than 10 or 12, please, highly recommended, do it right away. Go and take care of yourself. Consult a doctor. More than doctor, I would suggest consult a counselor or a therapist, and he or she is going to help you a lot. And it's high time you take that step, because your mind and your body needs that, because your mind and body has done so much for you. I think it's time you give back to them as well. So I hope these questions help you. In just few minutes you can actually analyze yourself and know that whether you need some assistance or not, because I feel mental health is as important as physical health and physical deformity, and it is what actually brings the whole construction of your physical well-being as well. Because I feel sometimes those cancer warriors, those people who have gone through major diseases in their life, have overcome because of their internal willpower and their strong mental health. Because I don't think if anything of that would have been there, then it would have been easily done for them. So mental health has to be taken care at the right time before it gets worsened. And we don't know when it goes to the line of that worsen. We actually don't realize that it is getting worse and our life is getting affected, because we're so much into these kinds of emotions. We are dwelling in those kinds of emotions and we don't know. We keep beating ourselves with all the negativity and thoughts. So it is better that it's high time we take care of ourselves. We know that what is happening around us and how we are responding to it. So it is very important that it's high time we take care of ourselves, and it is also needed that your body deserves it. Your mental health deserves it, just like how you take care of your physical health. So I hope this simple assessment has helped you to know how your current mental state of mind is. And please do share this video and repost this IGTV, so that a lot of people can take care of themselves and help themselves with correct information and correct assistance needed at the right time. I always keep telling that just like any kind of physical deformity, mental illness also has to be addressed at the right time. Even today, talking about mental illness is still a taboo in a society like India. people don't want to talk about it. People want to just deny it, or like if somebody comes and tells to us that I'm feeling a little not fine, they might not use the word depressed or anxiety or anything for that matter. They would have just told that no, I'm not feeling fine, it's not happening, I'm not feeling good. People just feel that okay, it's the normal hormones or normal mood swings, but there is so much behind it. There is so many things that are actually implying when somebody says that, and we take it so lightly. And there are only few, very handful percentage that people come out and speak about it. There are a lot of people who are silently suffering, and they don't have the courage to actually speak. So we all need to speak up. The more we speak about it, the more we take assistance from counselors, the more people will start taking this seriously and also have more awareness that it's okay to feel depressed, it's okay to feel those things, those emotions. And they also will know that it's not just me, it's also the other person who has gone through. So it is very, very important to make the people around you feel comfortable about talking about this. So let's go beyond this shoo and let's talk about it. Let's feel comfortable. If somebody comes and says to us that I'm feeling a little depressed, tell them openly. I might not know how to help you, but please go to a consultant, go to a counselor, go to a therapist. He or she will be able to help you, and tell them it is very important to take that step right now when you're actually feeling, because sometimes we just leave it and we just don't give so much of weightage to it at that particular time. And when they just go over it and over it and again, it becomes very difficult when things go drastically bad. And it's difficult for the counselor as well as the patient or the client who's coming to the counselor. It is not easy to overcome these kinds of pain and trauma. So I would suggest that let's talk about it. Let's not be shoo or quiet about it. And if somebody at your house or somebody around you in your social life is actually going through that, just go, tell them, embrace them, hug them out and tell them it's okay to feel that way. Because everybody, if today I am speaking like this, I have also had my own ups and downs in my life. And it's not that some people have it and some people don't have it, and people with high self-esteem don't have it. It's not like that. It's not that people have a lot of confidence and they don't have it. It's never like that. Everybody, even the people who have high confidence and high self-esteem, have gone through their share of downs and their share of mental illness or mental depressions. There has to be a phase where they learn how their body and their physical body is responding to the different scenarios of life, and they have overcome, and now they are becoming more confident and they have awareness about how they are reacting, so they know how to channelize their energies. So it is very, very important that we all talk about it, we all embrace it, and we all seek assistance when we actually need it. So this self-examination is a quick and an instant way that you could actually answer to yourself and take a quick help or the next step immediately if something drastic is happening to you. So for any kind of counseling sessions, please connect with me. We are always there for you. World of Upbringing, for us and for all of you, is a platform for all kind of emotional well-being. We just focus for being there for people, being as a catalyst for people, because we believe that there are phases of life when you are down, but you don't deserve to be feeling down continuously. Because for the beautiful person and awesome person you are always on the rise of moving up. And when it's down, it's okay to be down, and we are here to lift you up and walk you through your journey. So we believe in that. We try our best to help you out, equip you with good knowledge, good understanding about yourself, and good thoughts that actually bring in the changes in your life. So please do share this video with as many people as possible, because I always believe somewhere someone is actually struggling, going through so much of pain in silence, and somebody is in definitely need of such questions, such assistance. So please do share and give your feedback to us if anything that you like, that we would like to talk about, and you would want any kind of assistance or anything that we need to work upon. So thank you so much for joining in this live session. It really means a lot. You have taken time for us, and that really means so much to us. Thank you and have a great day.